Welcome to another tutorial session. Today, as you can see from the objective, we will be multiplying and dividing numbers by 10 and 100. Okay, so let's jump right straight to it. Before we start, we're going to look at very easy ones, and then we're going to look at the relationship between those numbers and this place value grid. So first of all, let's have a look at 50. Okay, we're going to look at 50 multiplied by 10. A quick and easy one, this one is. Let's jump right straight to it. So 50, we're going to put that down in our place value grid. And just before I write that down, I would like to emphasize on the place value grid. Now, I've drawn one that goes up into your decimal numbers. Let's go through them. So here we have our 1,000, here we have our 100, here we have our tens, and here we have our ones. And right after our ones, we have our decimal point, and then it goes to your tenths, and then your hundredths, and then your thousandths. Now, some of you would not have started using this part of the decimal grid or this part of our place value grid. However, for those of you who haven't started doing that, we'll just focus mainly on this side. Okay, so let's record our number down. 50. Now, we are multiplying 50 by 10. And in order for us to actually do this correctly and accurately, we need to realize that when we multiply a number by another number, our answer gets bigger. Okay? So our answer gets bigger. Likewise, when you look at your place value grid, let's have a look at what direction is going bigger. So if I go from my ones to my tens to my hundreds to my thousand, I am getting bigger as I go along, okay? Meanwhile, if I go the opposite direction from the thousand to the hundred to the tens to the ones, I am getting smaller. I'm just going to use an arrow to represent what we've just spoken about. So if I'm going towards the left from my ones to my tens to my hundreds and thousand, I'm getting bigger. Okay, just write that down. Bigger. And if I'm going from the thousands to the hundreds to the tens to the ones, I'm getting smaller. Now that we know that, we can easily apply that strategy to multiplying or dividing numbers by 10 or 100. Okay, so we've got our number, we're multiplying 50. I know that if I multiply 50 by 10, my answer is going to get bigger. So that means I'll be going towards the left. I'm going this direction. Okay, but we're multiplying by 10. And when you look at 10, 10 has got just one placeholder in it. 10 has got 1 0 in it. That means we're only going to move our number towards the left one time. So my 510 is going to move just one time. Okay, and that means my new 5 will come right here. Also, my 0 will just move once to the next place value grid. That means my 0 will now be underneath the tens. If you've noticed, there's nothing in this box. This box is empty. We cannot just leave it empty. And so we need to fill it up with what we call a placeholder. So we just fill it up with a 0. Remember, your decimal point still remains in the same place. Nothing happens to the decimal point. And so the decimal point will remain where it is. It doesn't move from the place. Hence the reason why 50 multiplied by 10 is 500. Okay. Let's take another example. If we have a look at, I'm just going to take this off. Let's have a look at a different number entirely. This time around, I think I'm going to multiply by a bigger number. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go for a big number now. Let's go for 73 multiplied by 100. 100. Whoa, that seems pretty big. Now, the same strategy applies. Here is my place value grid. The first thing I need to do is write down my number 73. So my 70 will go underneath my tens column, and then the 3 will go under the ones column. Okay. Now, we're multiplying by 100. Remember, when you multiply, your answer gets bigger. And so let's have a look. What direction is getting bigger? When we move left, we get bigger. As you can see, 0, tens, 100, and 1,000. So that means we're going to be moving towards the left. But this time around, you are multiplying by 100. And in your 100, you've got two placeholders. You've got two zeros there. 1 and 2. That means we're going to move our digits 2 times. So I'm going to move the 7 first of all. 1, 2. So my 7 will now jump into my 1,000 column. And I'm also going to move my 3 2 times. 1, 2. And so my 3 will now jump to my hundreds column. Remember, these places or these spaces are empty. We fill them with placeholders. We just can't leave them empty. So we're going to include our placeholders there, 0 and 0. And so 73 times 100 is 7,300. Okay, wow, pretty cool, right? Let's have a look at a slightly different question. This time around, we are going to look at decimals, okay? We're going to multiply decimal and see how that works, if it's the same principle. So let's get rid of what we've done so far and enter a new question. So this time around, I'm still going to divide by 10. We'll start off with 10, but the same principle will apply to 100. So let's have a look. But just before we go for that, I'm just going to draw, bear with me, I'm just going to draw my arrow stating what I mentioned previously. So as you go to the left, 0, tens, 100, and 1,000, you get bigger. And as you go to the right, you get smaller. Let's just write that down so we don't forget. So this gets bigger. And this way gets smaller. Okay, let's have a look at the next question. This time around, we're going to look at, let's go for 23.0. Interesting. 23.0 divided by 10. The first thing we need to do is write the number down in our place value grid. Remember, our decimal always has to stay in the same line. I'm just going to put a few decimals here so you understand what I mean by saying stay in the same line. And so we have 23.0. So then we know we've got 2 tens and 3 ones here. I'm going to write that down here, 2 tens and 3 ones. Point, remember our decimal point, just like we've got here. And we're going to represent our 0. You know what, just to make it even more fun, I'm going to change this 0 into a different digit. Let's say 4. So we have 23.4, 23.4. Now let's jump right straight to it. Remember, when you divide numbers, your answer gets smaller. Let's have a look at our place value grid. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousand. So moving towards the left is getting bigger. But hold on, 1,000, 100, tens, and ones. Moving towards the right is getting smaller. So that means if we're dividing, we're getting smaller and we're going to be moving towards the right. So let's have a look. We're going to be moving this direction then. But what are we dividing by? We are dividing by 10. And 10 has got just one placeholder right there. As you can see, there's just 1 0 there. And so that means we need to move our digits just one time. So let's start off moving this 4 If I move this once, 4 will then come. Your 4 tenths will now move into your 400ths column. So I'm just going to write down the new position. Now, if I move this 3, remember nothing goes in this place apart from the decimal. So I need to move it to the next column here, which is the tenths column. So my 3, I'm only moving once. It's going to go into this column. So my 3 will now be in the tenths column. And finally, my 2, remember we're only moving once, will now go into my ones column. Okay. And there we go. That's our answer. So 23.4 divided by 10 is 2.34. Okay, we've looked at multiplying and dividing. The same applies for dividing by 100 or dividing by 1,000. All you need to remember is to place the number correctly in the place value grid. Remember, when you're multiplying, your answer gets bigger. So let's have a look. What direction is getting bigger? 0, tens, 100, thousands getting bigger. And so when you multiply, you know you're moving towards the left. When you're dividing, you're moving towards the right. Because if you look at your place value grid, thousand, hundred, tens, and ones, it's getting smaller. And that's how you multiply and divide by 10 and 100. Hope to see you next time for our next tutorial. Take care. Bye.